Can you get me backstage?
Duh.
I want to go courtside.
Let's do it.
How about a meet and greet?
I can make it happen.
Do you have access?
Your name is on the list.
Welcome to In the Know, powered by Confirm 360, where every other week we're sharing the hottest events taking place right now and how we can get you places no one can. I'm your co-host, Brittany Range.
And I'm Kylie Ramos. We're talking private parties, backstage access, on the field at major sporting events, front row for your favorite performer, red carpets you should be on, and how to hang with your favorite celebrities.
All right, let's get you in the know.
What's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode where we are going to be discussing Stagecoach Music Festival, the Miami Grand Prix, Kentucky Derby, and the NFL Draft with a very special guest. I'm so excited.
Football legend. But you probably know from the intro what this is.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, this weekend is Stagecoach, coming off the tails of 2 weekends of Coachella. I am the Stagecoach girl here. I love country music, but I will say, country queen. I will say, I was a little disappointed in the headliners. It's Thomas Rhett, Carrie Underwood, and Luke Combs. I'm probably gonna receive some sort of flack for that, but I feel like it's a little dated in my opinion.
I feel like I know nothing about country, you guys, so forgive me for anything that I say, but I feel like Carrie Underwood is 10 years ago.
Oh, she's gonna be offended as fuck. I don't know. Okay, so in my opinion, like 2014 was like the most legendary lineup. It was Eric Church, Jason Aldean, and Luke Bryan. They could still have those headliners this year, and it would be a hit in my opinion. I also predict that next year Morgan Wallen will definitely be a huge headliner.
I mean, I feel like everything I know about country lately has in Morgan Wallen, and his music is... I don't even like country, you guys, and I think he has some pretty effing good songs. Yeah. So.
But since I know you're not a huge country fan, but I did a little bit of research on Stagecoach. The first festival was in 2007, okay? And it was only a 2-day festival. Okay. They had 4 headliners. I want to give you 3 guesses to get at least one of their headliners. If you can't get it after 3, I'll give you a hint.
Okay, I think I maybe know one. This was in 2007?
2007.
Okay, I think it was either Tim McGraw or Faith Hill.
No.
2007, Carrie Underwood?
Nope.
Jesus.
One more and then I'll give you a hint.
Oh my God. Any from the Peanut Gallery out here. What other country music artists are there?
Actually, there's none. There's only Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, and Carrie Underwood.
Okay, a hint. I need a hint.
Okay. We sell VIP packages and meet and greets to one of these headliners a lot, like ongoing. I have someone going to their concert, actually a few people, his concert this summer.
So it's a he. Can you give me like part of a lyric? I feel like I'd vibe more to that.
Sometimes he takes like a beachy route with his songs. And he likes to play in Florida.
Florida.
Okay. The lineup in 2007 was Alan Jackson, which is not the answer. Brooks and Dunn, Kenny Chesney, and George Strait. Okay, but one last thing on Stagecoach. The levels of access for Stagecoach are very similar to Coachella, where there's like GA, VIP, and then elevated VIP as well.
And you guys, we have it all. I have clients going this next weekend, which is so funny because I just like know nothing about country, obviously. But I feel like everybody loves country. But I would love you guys to head into F1 Miami because... let me just tell you, this has been the hottest effing event that we've had in a long time, I would say.
When is it taking place?
It is taking place next weekend, which is the same weekend as Mother's Day weekend. So just like a little background for people that don't know anything about F1, which I am one of those people. So there's this thing called a paddock club, and the paddock is the most exclusive club. It's basically right above the paddocks, which are basically garages where the cars go in and out of, and then the drivers and teams are all there and all of that. So that's obviously supposed to be like the best viewpoint and best everything. But I will say, as it's in Miami, and I've been looking up a lot of the things going on, and we're selling a lot of things, there is this new thing they are building, you guys, called the Hard Rock Beach Club. that's where you'll find me. It is basically like a Vegas pool party that they're building on the track. The cars are like whizzing by you. Whizzing, I guess is the word, whatever, whirling, whatever the fuck they do. But they're going by you and you're like partying. You guys, and you're not just partying, but you're partying with really freaking cool acts. On Saturday, they're having Post Malone and Zedd.
I love Post Malone. He's my number one favorite ever.
Can you literally imagine that? Like on the okay. And then Saturday, Sunday, that's one of my favorites because Tiesto was literally one of my favorite DJs. It's Tiesto and the Chainsmokers.
This is the most Kylie event ever.
They're going to be having crazy big yachts in this like fake lagoon, basically, or kind of it's a real one, but they're building a lagoon. And I want to say allegedly the price was like $500,000 or something crazy, but you get to party on your yacht. You get to see the race. You get to literally see everything from the privacy and like of your own yacht. I think that is like the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Sure. I think that like the Paddock Club is really popular for every other standard race. Like that was definitely the hottest place to go for Austin. But I agree that for Miami, I'm not saying Paddock isn't amazing because it will always be great. But I really think that the cool stuff they're doing, like building the lagoon and the Hard Rock Beach Club, is actually going to be where the money's at.
Miami crowd is unlike any other. At least that's what I feel like because it's the first year that it'll be there. But also like the lagoon is very Monaco. They're building something like very similar to that, and I think that is unheard of. Yeah. But you know what I can't believe is that it's on the same weekend as the Kentucky Derby.
So yeah, Kentucky Derby is another really big event for Confirm 360, the company that powers this podcast. I personally have a group of 14 clients going, and I'm so jealous of their weekend. They're renting this mansion, and it's going to be completely decked out for them. They have a personal driver, a private chef. They're having a hair and makeup artist come to the house because it's all about like style and hats and stuff. So you have to be like dressed to the nines. So Kentucky Derby, not to go backwards, but Kentucky Derby is actually 2 days. Kentucky Oaks is on Friday, and that's really like, it's a very philanthropic day. All the money goes, maybe not all the money, but it's centered around women's health. So everyone's supposed to wear pink.
Oh, I love that.
And then the Derby, I think it's every year. Okay. Yeah. And so that will be on Friday, and then Saturday is the big race. And so they need to be like dressed to the nines because it's like something that you can't take lightly.
Well, doesn't everyone dress very like Southern in like their hats and stuff like that, right?
Super preppy. Gotta go big or go home.
I would like to do that just for that.
I think I would too. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money poured into the Kentucky Derby, and the best way, from what I understand, to go to the Kentucky Derby is to have access to the mansion, but you have to be invited to even buy the ticket. No one knows where the door is. You have a personal concierge that picks you up, golf carts you to the entrance. They blindfold you. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like a very hidden, like there's no signs. And then once you're inside, there's free everything. They have someone that walks around and helps you like place your bets on horses and stuff. Yeah, so it's definitely the way to go.
That reminds me of like Berkman's for Masters or something, like very exclusive, like the most.
For sure. I mean, it's very high profile attendees, like lots of billionaires, super exclusive.
So, okay, I know that there's a couple really big parties just because my clients were interested in them. And I think we actually have some clients attending. And do you know what they are?
Yeah, the Phillies and Stallions party and the Barnstable Brown Gala. Again, they're both philanthropic, really, high end, like, clientele, a lot of celebrities. I saw in previous years, like Ashton Kutcher, my childhood crush.
So I think the other one, which is the Barnstable Brown Gala, is like black tie. It's supposed to be the biggest celebrity studded event, very exclusive and all of that. I honestly feel like we know some people going. Very curious to know their experience. But yeah, that's really cool. I mean, that is crazy. That weekend is going to be literally insane. So I'm curious. Obviously, we both had really fun weekends. I saw you were at our hideaway suite with the LA Kings.
Okay. Hockey, yes. First things first. If you guys hadn't listened to our first episode, we discussed a little bit about our hideaway suite at Crypto.com Arena here in LA. The company, again, that powers this podcast, Confirm 360, they built a super suite. So we've been able to watch basketball games, hockey games. Once hockey season is over pretty soon, then we're going to be focusing on concerts. But yeah, it was super fun. I was able to take friends and family. Right now it's invite only. It was a really fun night because tensions were really high. The Kings needed that win in order to clinch the playoffs, which is super exciting, but they did that last night. My favorite part is just like how easy the suite is. I mean, the best food. Well, I think it's the best food. It's like pot stickers, chicken tenders.
Just shout out our bartender Chanel, you guys. She's absolutely incredible. Yeah.
It was a really fun night. And then you were busy in Vegas living it up.
But yeah, so I was gonna tell you. So for Friday night, we went to the new Zouk nightclub, which I've been to a couple times, and I will say, like, I am kind of underwhelmed by it. Besides, all of us were like, the stereo system and the like, how they've like done like the speaker system is the best I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, I literally feel like it's like a 3D sound. It's crazy at Zouk. Okay. But I do feel like the crowd, and it was like not packed. We were like behind the DJ, like in the little DJ tables, and I just feel like they like weren't packed. Like, I was expecting more from it, I guess.
Maybe they just need more time to get like settled in. Maybe people are like used to the big stuff out there.
Exactly. Maybe people don't know, but then also it might have been the DJ that we saw. So I don't know. So anyways, that was my experience. But then on Saturday day, we did the new Tao Beach Club, and you guys, I cannot recommend that enough. It's like tiki themed. So many effing people. Alessa was DJing, so that probably helped, but we literally had the most fun time. And then after that, we went to see Magic Mike. I don't know if it's going to be cut, but you guys need to go see that. Like, stat. It was
highlight.
So fun. And then Saturday night, we went to, where did we go? Oh, we went to XS. Hello. That's easy. Saw Marshmallow. That was, I mean, XS is, I think, the best place in Vegas. It's just like so fun for a nighttime vibe.
And Vegas is going to be popping off this weekend.
This weekend in Vegas at Caesars is the NFL draft weekend. There's going to be crazy parties going on. And I thought, who better to speak about this than the one and only football legend, guy that only likes to catch balls from one guy, Rob Gronkowski. Welcome to the podcast.
Ready to roll, baby.
Hey, so I actually was just in Vegas this weekend, had a great time. You're like known for throwing really fun parties. Are there any surprises or special performances that you're going to be having on Friday?
So we decided to do Gronk Beach 2.0. I'm kind of like half retired right now because I'm not signed with a football team right now. So I kind of only throw Gronk Beach bashes when I'm retired. And this one's going to be in Las Vegas at the Encore Beach Club. I mean, that's the #1 pool party place in all of Vegas, hands down. Mm-hmm. And the surprise is kind of, the headliner. I mean, everyone knows this, but it's still kind of a surprise because it's just unbelievable that, that they're headlining at the little, the mini festival that we're going to be having at Gronk Beach. And it's the Chainsmokers. I love them. Their performances are always A+. They do such a great job. And their music is just, pool party material to the T. And surprises, we don't really book surprises. My family and I, the surprises are whatever come to top of our head right at the moment, in the middle of the party. So there's going to be tons of surprises, but who knows what it's going to be while we're partying.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's also really cool that your party is lining up with draft weekend as well. I mean, it's going to be such a busy time and a really fun time in Vegas.
It's really cool. And that's why we're also having the party there, because the NFL draft weekend is there. And maybe that's a surprise. Maybe some of the first rounders will come to the party.
So I am wondering, we just saw that you called out The Rock in the WWE. So we were wondering, is wrestling in your future post-football?
It possibly could be. I've definitely done a couple cameos with the WWE before. WrestleMania, that was my favorite one when my good friend won the Royal Rumble, when we were all in the ring. It was maybe the Battle Royale. It was one of those. Mm-hmm. It was the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, I'm pretty sure. And there's like 50 wrestlers in the ring, and then I got pulled into the ring, and my friend won it, and we got to celebrate right there. That was one of my favorite moments in WWE history. I mean, it was surreal to be a part of that. But it could possibly be. Right now, there's no talks about it or anything, but I won't cross that one out, but we're not, thinking about it right now.
Well, if you ever get into the ring, hopefully we will be selling some access to your events. And, In the Know podcast, we're powered by Confirm 360, and we have a ton of access for entertainment events globally. So I'm curious, what's an event that you look forward to each year that is not the Super Bowl?
That is a good question. A very good question. I would say my friend throws this party in Buffalo. It's called the White Party. Everyone's dressed in all white. He's been doing it for about 6 years. I've been sponsoring it for many of the years. It's for the Carly's Club in Buffalo, and he throws a great party. And I grew up in Buffalo, New York, so that's always the event I'm looking forward to, towards because it's a great event. It's one of the best parties in Buffalo, and also I get to see all my friends that I grew up with and have a good time with them. So I'm always looking forward to that one. I'm not lying. It's a good party. You guys got to go.
Yeah.
This year, June 25th.
Okay.
Oh my
sign
gosh,
us up.
that's the day after my birthday, so I'll be there.
We'll be there. We'll be there. So question. So obviously, you went to U of A. If you were to go back and get a degree, what would you get?
If I could go back to school, my degree was actually in marketing and consumer science. Because I was actually going into the business school, and then I saw my brother, he was in the business school, and I was like, yo, I ain't doing the business school, because in order to get into the business school, it's 2 years. I was like, you're way too busy, bro. You're doing these crazy projects. I go, that's not me. I can't do that in college. I'm too not focused for that. I can do a normal. So I moved into marketing, consumer science, and if I had to go back though, I would definitely major in a second language like Spanish, because I would use that everywhere. I would actually go back, pay attention, make sure I'm learning every single day, because that's something that I would be using, all the time.
Honestly, I support that for you. I think that's great, and I think that makes sense. So talk to us a little bit about your foundation, the Gronk Youth Foundation. How and why did you get it started with that?
Yeah, so I was doing so many other people's foundations when I was my young 20. Rob, can you come here? Can you come here? And I'm just raising all this money for everyone's foundation. And then I was just like, I want to just start my own, because people were like, yo, you have a foundation I want to donate to. And I was like, no, I don't, but donate to my friends, or I'm doing this charity, you can donate to that. So then I just started my own. And I just had a great childhood growing up. I had, access to everything I needed, fields, equipment, even though it was hand-me-down equipment for my brothers, and it was all nasty and smelly, I still had access to the equipment, and I was able to use it and be able to play the sports and everything. So I just wanted to give kids an equal opportunity to have access and to have equipment to be able to play sports at a young age. So we started the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation, and we give back to right now, building a playground in Boston. That will be done next year, and giving back to youth programs like Pop Warner football. They can't afford the football pads or the helmets for the program that year, so they're not going to be able to play. So then we come in, we donate about to 8 different programs up in the New England area, football pads, jerseys, cheerleading outfits, so all the kids can keep on playing. And then also just in Buffalo, just donating to the youth and drug programs, fitness equipment, and all that good stuff, so kids can be active and live a healthy lifestyle.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, speaking of, your foundation and giving back, this is a new podcast, so we're really focusing on giving back to our followers and doing giveaways each episode. Last episode, we gave 2 of our followers VIP passes to Coachella. But this episode, we have made a $5,000 donation to the Gronk Youth Foundation, which is super exciting. But we were curious. We are willing to double our donation today if you would play just a super quick game with us.
I love double donations.
We're going to double our donation, $5,000 to $10,000, with just 6 words.
Yes. Count me down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am coming back to foosball.
Yes.
This type of football?
That type of football.
I'm not telling you what I meant.
Right.
When I said it, I get the double donation.
But you knew what you were doing, and
Yeah.
we love that.
Well,
But
thanks so much, Gronk. Really, we appreciate you
we
taking
appreciate
the
it so
time.
much.
Super excited to see where your career takes you next.
we'll see you on
And
Friday.
Yeah.
You guys got to come in, do some interviews out there. Interview my friends. They'll love it. Mojo.
We do think that would be a great place for us to
Yeah.
be.
Would be a great place. You guys should do it.
Well, thank you. We can't say thank you enough, and have so much fun on Friday.
What a freaking guy. That was really cool.
It was so fun, and we're absolutely going to Vegas. I'm convincing you and making you.
We're going right now.
Everyone, we're going to Gronk's Beach Party. Mark our words. We're boarding now. We're so late. Okay, you guys. So that wraps up today's episode. If you'd like to stay in the know, follow us on all of our socials, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, which is at ITKPod, at ITKPOD. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, share with your friends. And now you are in the know.